Welcome to RMIT University Graduation 2018. Before we begin the formal proceedings, I would like to remind our guests of a few things.
Chào mừng quý khách đến tham dự buổi lễ tốt nghiệp của Đại học RMIT năm 2018. Trước khi buổi lễ bắt đầu, xin quý vị văn khách lưu ý một số quy định sau.
Please turn off your mobile phone or switch to silence during the ceremony.
Quý khách vui lòng tắt điện thoại di động hoặc chuyển sang chế độ yên lặng để buổi lễ được diễn ra tốt đẹp.
In the unlikely event there is emergency, we have a medical central located in the building on your left-hand side. If the fire alarm sounds, please make your way to the nearest exit.
Trong trường hợp khẩn cấp, chúng tôi có trung tâm y tế nằm bên tay trái của quý vị. Quý khách vui lòng sử dụng lối thoát hiểm gần nhất nếu có chuông báo cháy.
Please do not leave your belongings unattended.
Xin quý khách vui lòng lưu ý đồ đạc tư trang của mình.
Please do not approach the stage area to take photos during the ceremony, as this impedes the movement of graduates to and from the stage. Professional photographers will be taking photos when graduates receive their awards on stage.
Để không ảnh hưởng đến trình tự buổi lễ, trong quá trình buổi lễ diễn ra, xin quý khách giữ nguyên chỗ ngồi và không chụp hình các tân khoa trên sân khấu. Trường đã có thợ chụp hình chuyên nghiệp, chụp hình cho các tân khoa khi lên sân khấu nhận bằng.
The ceremony will now begin with the drum performance.
Buổi lễ sẽ bắt đầu với phần biểu diễn trống nghệ thuật.
Please stand for the academic procession.
Xin mời toàn thể quý khách cùng các bạn sinh viên đứng lên để chào đón đoàn diễu hành danh dự.
Please remain standing for the Vietnamese and Australian national anthems. Please be seated. Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to you all for our 2018 graduation ceremony at RMIT, Vietnam. Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge RMIT's Vice-Chancellor, Mr. Martin Bean, our Deputy Chancellor, Ms. Janet Latchford, Council Member, Ms. Megan Haas, RMIT President, Professor Gail MacDonald, Pro-Vice-Chancellors, Professor Ian Palmer, Professor Peter Collo, Professor Paul Goff, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Andrew McIntyre, our Deputy Pro-Vice-Chancellors and members of the RMIT Vietnam Executive, RMIT staff and alumni, our distinguished guests, Australian Consul General Karen Lanyon, Emeritus Professor Joyce Kirk, our keynote speaker, Mr. Tan Bui, representatives of our industry partners, representatives of our partner high schools, International School Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon International College, and Lawrence S. Ting Memorial School. And more importantly, I'd like to acknowledge our graduating students, as well as your friends and your family members here today. And now please welcome the President of RMIT Vietnam, Professor Gail MacDonald.
Good afternoon, and well, what a day. For our graduating students, I promise you that the ceremony and celebration today will be etched in your memory for the rest of your lives. So take it all in. Spend time today to reflect on the journey you have taken. This place has changed you. I hope that you will see the world in a different way, that you see its many layers, its many complexities. And I hope that you are leaving us today with a view to making a contribution to the world, to Vietnam, and to the region. For parents, I know what this day brings. Of course, every day in your child's life is an important one. However, in a lifetime, there are but a handful of significant milestones. The day your child was born, the first time they walked, when they started school, then high school, then university. As the future unfolds, you will remember the day that they get married and the day you become a grandparent. But I am getting ahead of myself. Of course, there is today, graduation, exhilarating, emotional, unforgettable. Why is it so significant? Because it symbolizes a lifetime of hard work and effort, of dreams becoming a reality. Your dream, their dreams, sometimes the same, sometimes different. Whilst they will always be your child, today, one of the most significant contributions you have made to their lives will be complete. They will have graduated, and now they will go on and make a life for themselves. So I'm sure that there are lots of mixed emotions. As you celebrate the end of this journey that you have taken together, a new phase beckons. Your children are now adults, and the world is at their feet. So it is my great honor to welcome you all here today to mark this special occasion. Let's get started. Come on.
Please now welcome Mr. Martin Bean, CBE, Vice-Chancellor and President of RMIT University, to deliver his address.
Deputy Chancellor, members of our Council, Consul General, honoured guests, staff, graduates, family and friends. Welcome to our 2018 graduation ceremony. Graduates, you come together from far and wide. Some of you made RMIT your first step straight from school. Others came after travel adventures or the world of work. But no matter how or when you joined us, you all shared a desire to learn and to succeed. What united you was a determination to gain the knowledge and experience to prepare you for your life and career. And that's exactly what you've done. You're about to stand as a graduate of this great university, and that's quite an achievement. It's taken commitment, determination, tenacity, and at times sacrifice. Success can be measured in so many ways, and as you celebrate yours today, I want you to ask yourself this: what will your success look like tomorrow? My own life has taught me that while moments of success and indeed moments of failure come and go, what gets you through the highs and lows is courage. That's why it's courage I wish for you today. Because I can tell you that your success will not lie in this one proud moment, nor in the wonderful celebrations that follow, nor even in the moment when you land the perfect job you dreamed about night after night as you studied. Your success will lie in the moments when you stumble, in the moments when you doubt, in the moments when you have to draw on the inspiration you feel as you stand here today, fueling your determination to pick yourself up and take the next step. It's in those moments when everything you've learned at RMIT will count. We all have a story, and the most successful, the most exceptional, don't tend to be the standard linear narratives. My own story was pretty unorthodox. I was a wanderer. I explored the world. I ran student bodies and developed a passion for different cultures and different people. And along the way, I realized I needed a degree to achieve my goals. And it was the best career investment I've ever made. It taught me that I didn't know it all, and more importantly, I never will. It taught me to listen and to be delighted by the ideas of others. It taught me to rejoice in the history and amazing cultures of the diverse people surrounding me. It taught me to collaborate with humility as well as energy. It taught me that a degree is just the beginning of a lifelong journey, and it taught me that I will always be stronger if I'm part of something greater than myself. And that's why I love being part of RMIT. Today, graduates, you join a diverse and far-reaching global network of over 400,000 alumni living and working in over 130 countries around the globe. As the world of work changes, alumni networks become more and more important. There's nothing quite like staying connected to those you've shared so many rich experiences with. And today you're invited to join Network RMIT. It was created to help you share your memories, connect with your fellow graduates, and reach out to other alumni as you grow your professional network and move through your career. When you look around this stadium today, behind every graduate is a network of support. To all your parents, partners, family, and friends, thank you. Thank you for your support that you've given our amazing graduates. And graduates, can we please give a big round of applause to your family and friends and loved ones that are here today. Graduates, let your RMIT graduation be your launch point. Let this be a moment you look back on throughout your life as a point where your potential was defined by passion, determination, and an excitement in new beginnings. There's no doubt you're entering a brave new world. We're proud we've given you the confidence, the knowledge, the skills, and the connections that you need to succeed. And as you walk forward, remember that change will be constant and courage is the key. Graduates, stay connected and walk life together. Turn to each other, turn to your support networks of family, friends, and colleagues as you continue your great journey of learning. In that connection will be your courage, and in that courage will be your success. Thank you to all of you. It's an absolute privilege to share this wonderful celebration with you today.
I'd now like to invite Ms. Janet Latchford, Deputy Chancellor of RMIT University, to conduct the formal conferral ceremony.
I call on Ms. Connie Molino, Academic Registrar of RMIT University, for the certification of awards.
Okay, everyone. Now we've reached the part of the ceremony that matters most, the bit where you graduate. I'm going to declare that you've completed all the requirements for your degree, and I'll present the list of your names to the Deputy Chancellor. She'll take the list, and on behalf of RMIT Council, she'll officially confer your award. And just like that, after years of study and hard work, you'll have graduated. You'll have gone from being a student yesterday to being a graduand when you arrived, to being a graduate, someone with a valued qualification from RMIT University. The words we will use, like the robes we are wearing, are similar to those used in graduation ceremonies in the Western tradition for centuries. So graduands, would you please stand for the conferring of degrees? Chancellor, I certify to you that the candidates presented here today have fulfilled the conditions prescribed for admission to the named awards of the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology and are entitled to be admitted to the rights and privileges of these awards.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of RMIT University, I admit the duly authorised candidates on this list, both present and absent, to the appropriate degree or diploma of RMIT University and to all the rights and privileges of graduation. Congratulations to our new graduates.
It gives me great pleasure to now welcome Mr. Tan Bui.
Vice-Chancellor Martin Bean, President MacDonald, members of the Board of Management, faculty, students, parents and guests. I'm honoured to have been asked to speak at this year's graduation ceremony today. In preparation, I thought about the world in which we are living today, the unknown one that lies ahead of us all, and my experiences over the past years of my life. What advice can I give you as you make your transition from the academic world to the demands of this increasingly complex world in which we live? What can I tell you that will hold true no matter what happens, no matter what path you follow? I will offer you 3 pieces of advice that have guided me well as I've pursued my own path and which I believe can do the same for you. The first piece of advice I believe is key to everything you do in life and is perhaps the hardest thing to do: have courage. Interestingly, it's a coincidence that the Vice-Chancellor has also mentioned this earlier. It sounds so simple, but so hard. We all want to demonstrate courage, but when it comes to ourselves in those difficult moments, courage may be hard to summon. This is because having the courage to make difficult decisions or to hold firm in situations where others question what we do involves risk, and automatically that raises the spectre of failure. We have all been taught that failure is not a good thing. We are constantly pushed to succeed, but we forget is that failure is the greatest of all teachers if we are willing to understand it as such. The only way we learn anything is by trying. And that, unfortunately, involves risk. And when it comes to risk, it means that we can potentially fail. Despite all the talk today about failing fast, or failing forward, the word unfortunately still has negative connotations, and we are taught to do everything we can to not fail. I believe we must change this view of failure and not regard it as an end to be avoided, but as part of the process of growth and development. So be courageous. Do not shy away from opportunities that come your way, but take advantage of them and only view failure as the process to get to where you want to be in life. The second piece of advice is once again very, very simple. Work hard. You've probably heard it from your mother, from your father, from all your teachers, and you will continue to hear it. But what I'm trying to say is not just spend more time, put in more hours, or concentrate harder, but in the sense of love what you are doing. Do it in a way where working hard is actually not hard to do. In fact, it's exactly what you want to do. You are energized by it. The work isn't work. It becomes a definition of who you are, what you stand for. This is the kind of work that is driven by dedication, motivation, and above all else, passion. You must be passionate in what you do, because in the end, you must care about it in such a way that you can give your entire being over to it and not resent that. If there's one thing that I wish for every graduate to have, it is at least they find one thing that they are passionate about, one thing that perhaps they could die for. Having that passion is what makes work easy and what ultimately gives meaning to one's purpose. I take the case of my own life. As a son of very traditional Vietnamese parents, both my father and my mother wanted me to be a doctor or a lawyer. But music was my passion, and it has been since I watched Michael Jackson perform. I remember, Billie Jean is not my lover, woo! At the Grammy Awards, and I was about 10 years old, and I knew that it was something that I loved. And when I had to practice, it felt like I wasn't practicing. It wasn't until 17 that after a night out with my friends at a karaoke bar, I sang to my friends for the first time, and I realized that music was going to be my pathway. And I will always remember that moment when I summoned the courage inside of me to share to my parents that I would rather not live than live a life half-lived. And I think I'll repeat that one more time. I would rather not live, Mum and Dad, than live a life half-lived. And I remember that deafening silence of that moment that still vibrates in my ears. But I made a deal with them. I said to them that I would finish university within 3 years and at least earn a university degree before pursuing my passion. So what followed was a 4-year degree, a Bachelor of Business IT from Swinburne University, compressed into 3 years. I auditioned, was chosen for an Australian boy band called North, where we recorded, wrote our first album, intense training, rehearsals, performed across Australia, set up my first teaching business. And by the time I graduated, I was 20. I had signed my first record deal through Universal Music and was on a 6-country international tour 3 months after graduation. This kick-started my career, where I have now had the incredible opportunity to work with major artists such as BTS or Applejack from the Black Eyed Peas, Grammy Award winners in Red One, Charlie Midnight, or to have shared ideas and conversations with some of my heroes, such as US General Colin Powell, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. I believe it's 1% talent, 99% hard work, and I worked hard. But working hard was easy for me because I was so passionate and I loved what I was doing. My third and final piece of advice fits right into my first two, and that is dream big, because it's not going to cost you anymore. Dream as big as you can. We may think that the energy spent dreaming about what you want to do is time wasted, but that is far from the truth. To dream is to imagine. Imagination opens the door to creativity, and creativity is what makes all aspects of the world come alive. Whether it be in the world of business or science or the arts, creativity is the intangible force that we possess and we can use to form and direct the world that we live in. More and more, graduates, you will hear companies and organizations calling for people who are creative thinkers. Robots and AI will take over the world, but creativity can never be roboticized. They want people to think outside the box, who imagine, who won't be boxed in by preconceived notions about anything. So as you contemplate what it is that you truly want to do, place no limits on what that could be. Do not let the confines of the moment reign in your thinking. And I think that is perhaps one of the hardest things to do, because we are all often trapped by paradigms, parameters, societies, rules, regulations, preconceived notions, and traditions that prevent us from thinking freely. I encourage you to dream and to let your mind reach beyond any of the realities of the world in which you find yourself. Entertain the most impossible thing that you can think of, and then work hard to make it happen. From that dream comes the passion. From that passion comes the hard work. You see, it all fits together. It all fits together. When I first started thinking about what I wanted to talk about today, I wanted to talk about happiness, because I think ultimately we all want to be happy. But what is it? How do we know that we're all happy? What does it mean to be happy? I decided not to tackle this topic because perhaps it's too complicated. But what I realized was that I believe that happiness will find you in life when the three things that I have listed to you come true. That has been the case for me. And I'm sure that if you talk to others, that I'm not alone in that experience. When you have found that thing that you care so deeply about, and you launch yourself into them with your entire being, the simple act of doing that will bring you happiness. I truly believe that it will be deep and enduring, fulfilling and lasting. It will carry you through the moments when the naysayers speak loudly, or the moment when fear tries to overcome courage, or when fatigue seems to impede your work. Finally, if I can sum it in one word, it's passion. From that stems everything else. Courage, creativity, steadfastness, hard work, and the ability to grow from these moments of failure. I wish you all a great life, one filled with an all-consuming passion and the courage to do what may seem impossible. I'm sure RMIT has prepared you well for that challenge. As Nike would put it, just do it. Do it for yourselves. Do it for your families, your communities. Do it for your country. For wherever you end up being, we all share the same Vietnamese blood that runs through our veins. And it is this fact that truly makes us different from any other people on earth. So be proud. You are all 100% of Vietnam's future. Good luck and thank you.
Thank you, Tan. Let's hear it once again for that truly heartfelt and inspiring speech. The President's Award goes to the undergraduate student who embodies everything we wish our graduates to exemplify: high academic achievement, social responsibility, and service to the university community. The 2018 President's Award for the Saigon South Campus goes to Nguyen Kim Hao.
Mr. Martin Bean, RMIT University Vice Chancellor. Professor Gail McDonald, President of RMIT Vietnam. Council members of RMIT University. My name is Nguyen Kim Hao. I graduated from the School of Business and Management, major in Economics and Finance. I'm currently the Asia Pacific Management Trainee at Heineken Vietnam. First of all, I cannot express enough how grateful and honored I am right now to be standing here today to commemorate this moment with my fellow graduates. I wonder if you all can relate to this, but I believe RMIT has prepared me for work life and future challenge that lie ahead extremely well. Why do I say so? So my first day at RMIT, I was full of eagerness and enthusiasm with a dream to conquer every possible challenges in my upcoming journey. And then I woke up in the middle of painful reality of 8 a.m. morning class, which lasted for like 3 hours. The sudden disappearance of my teammates during my assignment time. Or maybe trying to write 2,000 words in one day. And then the sudden appearance of that missing teammate on my presentation day. I really like a quote from a famous philosopher-singer, Kelly Clarkson, that I think best describes our university life so far. What doesn't kill us really makes us stronger. Thank you. So we all share the ups and downs of university life so far, and I admirably want to congratulate you all on making it this far with marvelous achievements at RMIT. So today is a special day. We will move ahead to the future full of hope and some time of death. But let's pretend that we will not have to face the future for the next 2 hours. I want to share some of the ideas that I developed at RMIT that have pushed me forward throughout the whole time. First, keep your mind open by being willing to absorb and accept new things and new knowledge every day. My work mentor used to share this with me. Everyone likes to be around a person who brings positive energy into the story using their broad knowledge. At first, I did it to get the high score, reading news and try to relate it with what I've studied on class. The lecturers really liked it. And then I noticed that it helped me form a habit of system thinking that I could apply it to solve many other problems. As not all of us can read 100 books per year, I think 10 minutes of reading news every day to catch up with the world would be very helpful. Only since I have graduated, I realized how lucky I am to access to great learning resources from RMIT, especially Euromonitor. So I nearly burst into tears when I heard that my account is no longer active today. So at RMIT, we have developed lifelong habits that are now embedded into the way we work and live. Secondly, never be afraid of standing out. From RMIT, I've learned to raise my ideas and contribute back to the community through many events so that I can expose myself to opportunities as much as possible. We might not have the perfect beauty or maybe the cleverest mind, but it doesn't matter because if we dare to be different. There's a saying that I've always noticed with her. Earth has 7 billion people. A country like Vietnam has more than 90 million people. But the number of successful people is only 1% on the top. 99% of the rest are always in the crowd and not being noticed. And if you're not being noticed, it becomes difficult to succeed. Imagine how can we get a good job while competing with 54 million people in the workforce? Or how we can reach to the top of an organization with hundreds of members. So we need to differentiate ourselves eventually to achieve certain success. Use what you think are your normal traits and turn it into your advantages. Expose yourself and shine bright like a diamond. And finally, don't do this all alone. Big things are never accomplished solely by one individual. This is my in-depth learning at RMIT. Thanks to the usual missing teammates who disappear during assignment time, I know that if you live good enough, you will have a good team. You will have wonderful teammates who will never leave you alone on submission day. Why? Because they will suffer with you. The journey that we have taken together as a team at RMIT have helped me pass the courses with flying colors. So I hope that you can all recall 3 precious things from your time at RMIT that help you grow. Use it wisely and contribute back to our community, as we are the key to the success of this growing nation. Last but not least, as I finish my speech, I want you all to give me the longest and the greatest applause ever to show our gratitude to our greatest supporter. We want to thank our parents for their immense support. Even though we sometimes only remember the financial support, but we know we cannot make it this far without you. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thanks to all the lecturers for letting us pass the course. It is a win-win situation after all, I think. And finally, thanks RMIT and all the excellent professional staff for this beautiful milestone of our life. To all graduates, you look gorgeous today. And I hope that you will stay gorgeous like this in the future. Thank you, and have a great graduation, my friend.
Thanks, Hao, and congratulations once again. Before we move to the presentation of degrees, let's now enjoy the performance of one of our graduating students today, Nguyen Thảo Vi, singing Rise Up.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can fight it, but it's seed in you, so we're gonna work it out. Mountains, we're gonna work it out. Mountains, I rise like a day. I rise unafraid. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I rise up, high like a waves. I rise up, in spite of the air. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. Sorry, I'm so nervous. This is my graduation too. Feel like it's getting hard to
promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move, mountain, bring it to its feet and move, mountains. And I rise up, I rise like a day, I rise up, I rise unafraid, I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I rise up, high like a wave, I rise up, in spite of the hate, I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. I'm sorry, I just want to cry.
We will rise, we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise.
Even my parents, they are sick, but I want to say thank you to my family and all of my friends here. Thank you, RMIT, to bring me the best experience and knowledge and memories.
Rise up, rise up, rise up.
Thank you.
Bằng sau đại học về giáo dục mầm non loại giỏi. Sui Naing.
For the degree of Bachelor of Communication, Professional Communication with distinction.
Cử nhân truyền thông chuyên nghiệp loại giỏi.
Bùi Thị Phương Hà,
Cao Nguyễn Phúc Nguyên.
Cao Nhã Đình,
Đặng Thị Quỳnh Như.
Đinh Hoàng Phương Trúc,
Đỗ Lê Hạnh Xuân.
Tham Adelaide Wyland Johansson Lamy,
Lâm Thảo Vi.
Lê Quỳnh Anh,
Nguyễn Hà Thụy.
Nguyễn Hoàng Sơn Giang,
Nguyễn Lâm Thảo Thi.
Nguyễn Ngọc Trâm,
Nguyễn Vũ Hương Mai.
Nhâm Bửu Ngọc,
Phạm Ái Nhi.
Phan Ánh Huyền,
Trần Hồng Mỹ Dung,
Trần Uyên My,
and finally, Võ Hoàng Ngọc Bích.
For the degree of Bachelor of Communication, Professional Communication,
Cử nhân truyền thông chuyên nghiệp, Bùi Huỳnh Thanh Vi,
Đặng Thị Hà Phương,
Đặng Xuân Anh Thi,
Dương Mỹ Hoa,
Huỳnh Nguyễn Bảo Ngọc,
Lâm Bảo Toàn,
Lê Chiêu Thanh Thảo,
Lê Thị Tuyết Trâm,
Lê Trần Khánh Linh,
Lưu Hồng Anh,
Meng Ngọc Sang,
Nguyễn Gia Kiều,
Nguyễn Lê Thanh Xuân,
Nguyễn Ngọc Thủy Tiên,
Nguyễn Ngọc Trà My,
Nguyễn Nhật Minh,
Nguyễn Phương Dung,
Nguyễn Quốc Khánh An,
Nguyễn Quỳnh Anh,
Nguyễn Thanh Tuyền,
Nguyễn Thị Mỹ Ngân,
Nguyễn Thị Phương Thảo,
Nguyễn Tô Linh Giang,
Phạm Hoàng Minh Thư,
Phạm Hồng Hạnh,
Phạm Mỹ Uyên Phương,
Phạm Thùy Trang,
Phan Chi Minh Thư,
Phan Kỳ Thơ,
Phan Thế Hùng Quân,
Phan Thị Thanh Thư,
Tô Ngọc Thúy Nhi,
Trần Anh Bảo Trâm,
Trần Quang Hưng,
Trần Thiên Anh,
Trương Duy Khang,
Trương Minh Quân,
Trương Vĩnh Hào,
Ian Joseph Banique Villanueva,
Vũ Thanh Trúc, and finally, Nguyễn Thành Vinh.
For the degree of Bachelor of Design Digital Media with distinction,
Cử nhân thiết kế truyền thông số loại giỏi, Cao Xuân Đức.
Choi Woo Chong,
Đặng Hữu Hoàng Khánh,
Huỳnh Hữu Thảo Nguyên,
Kim Chi Won,
Lê Gia Quốc Thái,
Lê Mạnh Dũng,
Lý Nguyễn Hương Giang,
Nguyễn Anh Đức,
Nguyễn Hà Giang,
Nguyễn Hoàng Thi,
Nguyễn Hoàng Yến,
Nguyễn Lê Nhật Tân,
Nguyễn Ngọc Phương Uyên,
Nguyễn Ngọc Thanh Tâm,
Nguyễn Ngọc Tường Minh,
Nguyễn Thị Minh Châu,
Nguyễn Xuân Kỳ Duyên,
Nguyễn Yến Chi,
Park So Mi,
Phạm Hồng Hân,
Tạ Quang Huy,
Trần Khải Hoàn,
Trần Nữ Hoàng Kim,
Trần Thanh Phương,
Trần Thùy Ý Nhi,
Trương Phụng Linh,
Võ Huy Hùng,
and finally, Võ Thị Ngọc Châu.
for the degree of Bachelor of Design Digital Media,
Cử nhân thiết kế truyền thông số, Bùi Đăng Duy Thạch,
Đặng Thị Ngọc Phụng,
Giang Hoàng My,
Hồ Minh Tú,
La Huỳnh Hải Thanh,
Lê Hoàng Minh Nhật,
Lee Jong Eun,
Lưu Hữu Lam Anh,
Mai Thanh Hải,
Ngô Thị Ngọc,
Nguyễn Chí Tín,
Nguyễn Đặng Khuê Tú,
Nguyễn Duy Chiết,
Nguyễn Hà Minh,
Nguyễn Huyền Anh,
Nguyễn Lê Đình Khoa,
Nguyễn Minh Luân,
Nguyễn Ngọc Quỳnh Thư,
Nguyễn Trường Anh Tài,
Nguyễn Vĩnh Huỳnh,
Nguyễn Thị Thanh Duyên,
Park Yu Tin,
Phan Nam Huy Hoàng,
Phan Thanh Hải,
Phan Thị Hoàng Yến,
Pong Sophia,
Song Ha Eun,
Trần Hạnh Vi,
Trần Việt Trinh,
Văn Hùng Chương,
Võ Thị Hoàng Thụy,
and finally, Võ Thị Quỳnh Chi.
For the degree of Bachelor of Fashion, Merchandise Management with distinction.
Cử nhân quản lý và kinh doanh thời trang loại giỏi, Dương Nữ Trà My,
Dương Trần Trang Thanh,
Lương Nhật Linh,
Lưu Hoàng Thùy Linh,
Lý Mỹ Hân,
Nguyễn Khánh Linh,
Nguyễn Thụy Yến Nhi,
Nguyễn Trương Ánh Minh,
Phạm Ngọc Hoài Thư,
and finally, Trần Tư Hàm.
And for the degree of Bachelor of Fashion, Merchandise Management.
Cử nhân quản lý và kinh doanh thời trang, Lê Thụy Linh Đan,
Liêu Thị Kim Ngọc,
Liêu Triệu Văn,
Phạm Lê Quỳnh Vi, Phan Trà Hà Tiên,
Phương Ngọc Thiên Thanh,
Trần Bảo Linh,
Trần Hãn Hào,
Trần Quốc Nguyên,
and finally, Trần Tư Huệ.
Deputy Chancellor, it is now my pleasure to present our outstanding graduates from the School of Communication and Design. For the Bachelor of Design Digital Media, Nguyen Ha Yang. The outstanding graduate for the Bachelor of Communication, Professional Communication, Hoang Thuy Tin, she will receive her award at her Hanoi graduation on Friday. Congratulations to our outstanding graduates and to all our graduates here today. Chancellor, That concludes my presentation of graduates from the College of Design and Social Context.
Chancellor, Associate Professor Matthews Nakoma, Head of School of Business and Management, will present graduates from the College of Business. I'd like to invite academic staff from the School of Business and Management to move to the centre aisle to help celebrate the achievement of your graduates.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present graduates from the College of Business. For the degree of Bachelor of Business, International Business with distinction.
Cử nhân kinh doanh quốc tế loại giỏi. Cao Thanh Thảo Nguyên,
Châu Đông Phương,
Choi Won Chun,
Đoàn Ngọc Thảo Nguyên,
Lê Nhật Huyên,
Lê Thị Thục Anh,
Lê Thùy Hoài An,
Nguyễn Diệp Tú Quỳnh,
Nguyễn Hải Đăng,
Nguyễn Quỳnh Bảo Châu,
Nguyễn Thị Bích Phượng,
Nguyễn Trung Nghĩa,
Phạm Thị Linh Trang,
Trần Trọng Đức,
Trần Tụng Nghi,
and finally, Trương Hoàng Ngọc.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business, International Business.
Cử nhân kinh doanh quốc tế. Axel Eric Parr,
Bằng Thị Xuân Nhi,
Châu Bảo Quyên,
Đào Hải Nam,
Diệp Tư Hân,
Đỗ Đại Anh Thư,
Đỗ Mỹ Linh,
Dương Khải Hoàn,
Dương Thị Ngọc Ân,
Hồ Ly Na,
Hồ Thanh Phương,
Hoàng Đức Khôi,
Huỳnh Ngọc Chi,
Huỳnh Ngọc Hân,
Huỳnh Trúc Linh,
Chong Kyung Soo,
Lê Chí Kiên,
Lê Chiêu Minh Hiếu,
Lương Nguyễn Nhật Vi,
Lý Thị Mỹ Dung,
Lý Tuyết Mai,
Marcus Kim Haas,
Morgan Philip Haas,
Ngô Thị Bích Hân,
Ngô Tôn Nữ Quỳnh Như,
Nguyễn Hồ Thuận Thảo,
Nguyễn Hoàng Oanh,
Nguyễn Hoàng Vinh,
Nguyễn Hữu Thảo Nguyên,
Nguyễn Nhật Khang,
Nguyễn Phạm Thành Công,
Nguyễn Quỳnh Như Ngọc,
Nguyễn Thanh Bình,
Nguyễn Thị Hà Thanh,
Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân,
Nguyễn Thị Minh Hoàng,
Nguyễn Thị Ngọc Lan,
Nguyễn Thị Quỳnh Như,
Nguyễn Thị Quỳnh Như,
Nguyễn Thị Tuyết Ánh,
Nguyễn Thị Xuân An,
Nguyễn Trọng Minh Sang,
Nguyễn Tùng Lâm,
Nguyễn Văn Hải,
Nguyễn Xuân Hưng,
Park Dae Sung,
Phạm Lê Ngọc Tú,
Phạm Nguyễn Linh Chi,
Phạm Nhật Minh,
Phạm Quốc Duy,
Phạm Thị Kim Thảo,
Phan Ngọc Quỳnh Như,
Phan Thị Thủy Hương,
Song Chi Hun, Trần Bỉnh Hào,
Trần Dũng Chí,
Trần Mỹ Trinh,
Trần Phi Hùng,
Trần Quang Khải,
Trần Thị Ánh Nguyệt,
Trần Thi Đình,
Trần Thị Thu Thảo,
Trịnh Bích Trâm,
Trương Phan Hương Giang,
Trương Quốc Thắng,
Trương Tú Tâm,
Võ Ngọc Trân,
Võ Thị Hải Yến,
Vũ Dương Tâm Hiếu,
Vũ Lê Phương Thi,
and finally, Vũ Ngọc Khánh Hà.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business, Logistics and Supply Chain Management with distinction.
Cử nhân kinh doanh, quản lý chuỗi cung ứng và logistics, loại giỏi. Hồ Thị Ánh Ngọc.
And finally, Võ Tài Linh.
For the degree of Bachelor of Business, Logistics and Supply Chain Management.
Cử nhân kinh doanh, quản lý chuỗi cung ứng và logistics. Bùi Khánh Linh.
Đinh Nhật Vi.
Huỳnh Ngọc Trà.
Lâm Hải Đăng.
Lương Thu Trang.
Nguyễn Hà Thanh.
Nguyễn Hữu Lộc.
Nguyễn Phạm Đại Việt Tín Quốc.
Nguyễn Thanh Bình.
And finally, Trương Ái Loan.
For the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with distinction.
Cử nhân thương mại, loại giỏi. Đỗ Lê Minh Quyên.
Hong Song Yi.
Lê Nguyễn Thúy Vi.
Lương Thị Huyền Trang.
Ngô Ngọc Thanh Vân.
Nguyễn Ngọc Mai Khanh.
Phạm Ngân Hà.
Phạm Phương Mai.
Phan Lê Vàng Anh.
Phan Mỹ Dung.
And finally, Vương Thảo Nhi.
For the degree of Bachelor of Commerce.
Cử nhân thương mại. Bùi Duy Hoàng.
Châu Ngọc Ánh.
Đặng Quang Đạt.
Đặng Vũ Hiệp.
Diệp Bùi Hoàng Thi.
Đinh Lê Hồng Hậu.
Đỗ Nguyễn Lê Khang.
Đoàn Nguyễn Ánh Duyên.
Đống Lương Trí.
Hồ Văn Minh.
Hứa Thị Kim Ngân.
Huỳnh Kim Huy.
Lâm Nhật Xuân Thi.
Lê Đoàn Như Quỳnh.
Lê Nguyễn Kim Chi.
Lê Quốc Hùng.
Lê Thế Phong.
Ngô Nguyễn Thiên Hồng Ngọc.
Ngô Trần Ngọc Hoàng.
Ngô Trương Vận Nhàn,
Nguyễn Duy Anh,
Nguyễn Lê Như Quỳnh,
Nguyễn Mạnh Cường,
Nguyễn Minh Triết,
Nguyễn Phan Trúc Vi,
Nguyễn Phan Viết Thịnh,
Nguyễn Phương Bảo Uyên,
Nguyễn Quang Thái,
Nguyễn Quỳnh Mai,
Nguyễn Thị Hoàng Mai,
Nguyễn Thị Hồng Hạnh,
Nguyễn Thị Kiều Như,
Nguyễn Thị Mỹ Loan,
Nguyễn Thị Ngọc Anh,
Phạm Đức Giang,
Phạm Thị Kiều Linh,
Phạm Thị Loan Thanh,
Phan Nữ Hoàng Anh,
Phùng Thị Ngọc Anh,
Tăng Thái Quang,
Thái Bá Khánh Linh,
Thân Cẩm Thúy,
Trần Anh Duy,
Trần Hoàng Tùng Anh,
Trần Kim Ngân,
Trần Kim Phụng,
Trần Mỹ Như,
Trần Thị Thu Ngọc,
Trần Tôn Lãm,
Trần Tuấn Anh,
Trần Văn Đại,
Triệu Đình Huy,
Trương Hoàng Tường An,
Trương Minh Đức,
Trương Thị Trúc Phương,
Trương Vĩnh Tùng,
Võ Minh Thư,
Vũ Hoàng Minh Trang,
and finally, Vũ Minh Trí.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's proceedings. Graduates, you are now part of a large community of RMIT alumni. I encourage you to get involved with the alumni community as it will enable you to stay in touch with the university and the friends you have made and help you develop your professional networks to further your career. I take pleasure in inviting you to join us in the foyer for photos and refreshments after the academic procession retires. Congratulations to everyone again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please now stand for the removal of the mace and the exit of the academic procession.
Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling as vultures. Negative, nepotist. Everybody waiting for the fall of man. Everybody praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they could be the one. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, slip. Word upon your lip, lip. Rather that you rip, rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes. 'Cause I love how it feels when I break the chains. Whatever it takes. Yeah, take me to the top. I'm ready for whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do what it takes. That I feel being typical. Looking at my body feeling miserable. Always hanging on to the visual. I wanna be invisible. Looking at my years like I'm out of dumb. Everybody needs to be a part of them. Never be enough from the prodigal son. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, whip.